Okay, so here we're trying to find the values of these 6 expressions, but notice they're asking us to do it without a calculator, which is great because we can use our reason here to understand what's happening. In the first case, we have 12 and negative 12, and we're adding them. So, let's just keep it general here. If we have 0 and then we have something like, I don't know, x, some number, and then we add its negative to it. Well, if you take x and you add its negative value, you would go this way, this distance. It's the same distance on both sides. In other words, adding a number and its opposite balance out to 0. Right? These two numbers cancel each other out. So here, in this first expression, we have to have 0, because we have 12, and then we're adding negative 12. It's like gaining $12 and then losing it. You're back to 0. In the next one, this is actually the same problem, isn't it? We start at 12, and then we take positive 12 away. That just means 12 minus 12. This plus sign is just highlighting that what we have here is another positive number. And 12 minus 12 is just 0. So we're doing good so far. In this one, negative 12 minus 12, without too much calculating, right? Or without using a calculator, I guess we have negative 12, and we're taking positive 12 away. So that means you're taking 12 away and you're going in this direction, 12 units. Where will that bring us? Well, that would bring us to negative 24. Just as 12 plus 12 will bring us to positive 24, negative 12 minus 12 will bring us to negative 24. We'll work on F next, because here we have negative 12 and then we're adding 12. So imagine you lost $12 and then you're adding $12. That's like adding opposites, the same as A and B. That is 0. So notice these are all the same thing. Here I think what they did was just switch the order. So imagine A, instead of 12 plus negative 12, we have negative 12 plus 12. They switched that order there. And now we have negative 12 plus 12. Well, that's actually the same thing as C. All they did here was take these two signs and switch them. And in fact, they're going to be the same answer. And it makes sense. If you have negative $12 and then you add more negative to that, you would get to negative 24, just like you're doing here. Negative 12, add more negative to it, 12 more negatives, you get negative 24. And this one is actually the same as A. However, it looks much different. Exact same as F, I'm sorry. It just looks different. What they're saying here is you have negative 12 minus negative 12. And what that really means is you're taking away 12 negatives. So if you have 12 negatives and you take 12 negatives away, you get 0. And you can picture it, if you have 1, 2, 3 negatives, right, negative 3, and you took 3 negatives away, well, right, you have those 3 negatives, and you take them away, you're left with 0. So really, taking away a negative 12 is just like adding a positive 12. And those are two opposites, which is exactly what we have here. So taking away a negative, right, you're taking the negative value away. So you're increasing or you're adding. So minus negative 12 is really adding. All right, hope that helped.